Okay, we have a number of updates tonight, but I'd like to start with an update from our health agent, Rebecca Jerzik. She's here to provide an update on our town's preparedness plans for COVID-19. In your board packet was a brief update from her as well.
Good evening. Mark said I'm the health agent for Great Barrington. My name's Rebecca. Just want to go over a few things. Wanted to mention that the risk this is from the CDC, the risk to the United States for contracting COVID-19 is still low, so
Can
therefore...
everybody hear Rebecca?
No, we can't hear.
I'll try my best.
Start again. How about the mic?
Speak into the mic.
The mic's
It's
not
enough
amplification,
for
just for television.
So the risk to our community is still very low at this time. There are no confirmed or suspected cases of COVID-19 in Great Barrington. This is all developing very fast, so that's as of today. But there's no one currently under quarantine or in isolation in Great Barrington as well. I just wanted to let you all know that the town and the health department's taking this issue very seriously. We're staying on top of the rapidly developing information. We're following guidance from the CDC, Mass Department of Public Health. Myself and a few other local officials have recently formed a working group, and we're meeting on a regular basis to just assess the risk to our community, discuss emergency management plans, review the most recent information and guidance from the Centers of Disease Control, and how to relay that to the public. So our goal is to get something up onto the town website by the end of the week, just kind of a quick fact sheet, links to the CDC, links to the Department of Public Health, and just, frequently asked questions, that sort of thing. But as of this time, there's no recommendation that's coming from the Department of Public Health that you close or cancel any events. They're encouraging that each local municipality just, practice caution and use your discretion, but there's no explicit direction that you cancel town meetings or that sort of thing. But like I said, this is all developing so fast. Maybe in May that'll be a different story.
I just had a question. I was just, curious, just because Fairview Hospital's in Great Barrington, so that, I'm kind of thinking, what if there's a symptom in the household? Is Fairview Hospital, are they prepared to take someone that feels that they might have traveled, and that, can they take patients or suspected cases, or do you go to BMC? Or
I don't want to speak for Fairview, but I know that BMC is prepared to take cases or folks that think that they have symptoms of coronavirus. They're asking that you call a specific line ahead of time, so you don't just show up at the emergency room, just so they can limit the risk of interaction, and that you give them a heads up. But this should all, you should go to your general practitioner, your doctor's office first, if you think that you have symptoms, and they can request testing from the state lab.
So I did see an email that came to all of us asking if it would be on the website, on the town website. Is that done, or?
We'll have information up on the town website.
Oh, okay. So that would be helpful. Just maybe if you could add the information about Fairview and BMC, what's the phone line? Do you go to Fairview, do you go to BMC? That might be helpful, just because people would know what to do.
More than likely, you'll be going to BMC over Fairview, but I don't want to speak
So
for
anything
Fairview.
like that would just be.
The schools are involved in this conversation, I see.
They are. So this working group that I mentioned, there is a representative from Fairview Hospital. Peter Dillon is joining us on this working group, and they're also practicing extreme caution. They're sanitizing every day. They're following CDC guidelines, so they're involved in the discussions too.
So this will be on the homepage, or?
Well, I was just going to say, I think for now, we will post information on the Board of Health's page,
Okay.
and if this continues to escalate, we'll move it to our homepage.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to call the health department or email, and we'll get information out as fast as possible.
Thank you.
All right.